For 600 years, Noah had listened to the wind. He had heard it whisper through wheat fields, howl between mountains, and die in the dust of valleys where men traded lies like silver. But this wind was different. This wind carried a voice. Build. One word. One nail driven into the center of his chest. So Noah took an axe, walked into the forest, and chose the first cedar. His neighbors laughed. They laughed when he dragged the trunks up the hill. They laughed when he laid the keel. They laughed when the frame rose against the sky like the rib cage of some great sleeping beast. "Old man," they shouted, "you're building a ship on dry land." Noah said nothing. He drove pegs into beams. He pressed his ear to the wood and listened. The wood said nothing back. But the wood didn't need to speak. It just needed to hold. 20 years, 40, 60. His hands became bark. His beard turned white as salt. His sons grew tall, and his daughters bore children who tugged at his tunic and asked, "Grandfather, what lives inside the big boat?" Noah knelt. His knees cracked like old branches. "Hope," he said, "and two of everything else." The animals came first as a rumor. A pair of ants on the threshold, then sparrows, 2 by 2, circling the hull like living rope. Then the wolves, the deer, the foxes, the bears. They walked side by side, predator and prey bound by something older than hunger. The laughter stopped. The neighbors watched from their doorways. The sky had turned the color of old iron. "Noah," they whispered. "Noah, what's coming?" Noah stood at the door of the ark. His shadow stretched long across the dust. "Mercy," he said, "and water." The first drop fell at dusk. It struck the ground like a single tear, then another, then 1,000, then 1,000,000. The sky didn't open. It dissolved. Water rose over the fields, over the roads, over the thresholds of houses where children's toys still lay in the dust. The ark groaned, lifted, and began to float. Inside, it was dark. It smelled of straw, of fur, of pitch. Elephants rumbled in the hold like distant thunder. Lions slept with their heads on their paws. A little girl sat in the corner, braiding grass, humming a song with no name. Noah climbed to the small window and looked out. There was no land, no mountain, no tree, only water, gray, endless, patient. He didn't pray, he just breathed. 40 days, 40 nights. Time became a circle. Feed the animals, clean the stalls, listen to the rain. Feed the animals, clean the stalls, listen to the rain. On the 41st morning, Noah woke up and heard nothing. No drumming on the roof, no wind, just silence, thick and soft as wool. He climbed to the window. The rain had stopped. He opened the hatch and let the air in. It tasted like the first morning of the world. Noah took a raven in his hands, black feathers, black eyes, black heart. He threw it into the sky. The raven flew, circled, returned. No branch, no leaf, no land. Noah waited 7 days. Then he took a dove. She was small. Her heart beat against his palm like a question. He lifted her to the wind and opened his fingers. The dove hesitated. Then she flew. All day the ark held its breath. The animals stirred. The children watched the empty sky. At sunset, a speck appeared. The dove landed on Noah's wrist. In her beak, a single olive leaf. Still wet, still green. Noah had not wept in 600 years. His tears fell on the small green leaf like the last rain of the old world. The ark settled on the mountain with a sigh. Noah pushed open the great door. Light poured in, golden, thick, alive. The animals blinked. The children shielded their eyes. Earth, mud, stones, sky. And above the sky, from horizon to horizon, a bow of 7 colors. Noah stepped onto the wet ground. His bare feet sank into the clay. He looked up at the arc of light and heard, not with his ears but with his bones, never again. His granddaughter took his hand. "Grandfather," she said, "what do we do now?" Noah looked at the empty world, at the waiting animals, at the sky, still soft with mercy. "Now," he said, "we begin." He bent down, picked up a seed from the mud, and planted it with his thumb. And the earth, for the first time in 40 days, was not waiting to drown. It was waiting to grow.